Her mom called all her brothers and sisters same name, Baby, and Fly asked if I could call you Baby, and she said yes, and Baby started to cry, and she told her some good thing, and she stopped crying, and she was happy again, and she asked Baby, and Baby asked Fly if she could call her mother, and she said yes. The next one day, Fly was outside and she told Baby. One day, Fly was outside and she told Baby that she was a sheepdog. She runs after sheep and put them in the sheep pens. And Baby asked her if she could be a sheep thief, and she told her your first lesson is try to put all the dogs together. And Baby tried, but they didn't listen, and she asked the dogs to do what she wanted them to. And Fly was angry because she told Baby that you're not supposed to ask them, you're supposed to tell them. And they gave the man, and he said he needed 10 coins, and Farmer August gave him 10 coins. When they hand over the pig to Farmer August, the pig wasn't crying anymore, and Farmer August placed him in his store in a box. And at night, there were 2 bugs. There was a dog named Fly who had 4 young dogs, which they asked her what was in the other box, because one box was for them, and they asked her what is in the other box, and she said in the other box there's a pig, and they asked her, do people eat pig? And she said people only eat stupid animals. And they asked her if a pig was stupid, and she said yes, because she wanted children to think that dogs know everything. Then she said yes. Then they opened the box and saw the pig, and they asked her what was her name, and she said Baby. And no, she said when I was back in the farm to my...
Hello boys and girls, it's me Eva, and this is the book, and it's all the places you'll go, and I'll tell you the things that the boy is going to.
Okay, so what is the book about? Tell us a little about it.
The boy was going somewhere, and then he saw everything. He saw a green monster. Mm-hmm. He saw a maze. He saw like a straw elephants.
Mm-hmm. And then, can we see the pictures?
Okay.
Ah, okay. Ah, what are those?
There are elephants with the...
What are they doing?
They're walking with the bed.
Okay, on top. They're carrying it. Okay.
And they saw... And then the boy saw straw elephants. Mm-hmm. And then he was on a balloon, and then he came the first.
Okay, he was in front. He was first.
But then he got caught by a peach tree.
Okay. Oh no. So he wasn't first anymore?
No.
Oh no.
But he went to a hill that was blue and pink. He saw houses was light and not light.
Okay, houses that had light and some didn't have lights.
And he saw clothes like that, and he saw the castle.
Okay, so he saw a castle. Amazing.
He saw everybody waiting.
Oh, people were just waiting. Okay. And what were some people waiting for?
They were waiting for the train to go. Waiting for the train to go, or a bus to come, or a plane to go, or a mail to come, or a rain to go.
Oh, so they were waiting for lots of different things. Okay. Do you like waiting?
No.
Why?
But there are people who play the trumpet and blocks, and also
Looks like, what is that? Looks like a violin or something, or banjo or something.
a banjo, and
Okay.
every elephant with flags there.
Okay.
And the boy was holding it too.
Okay, so what was your favorite thing about this story, Eva?
It's so fun.
Ah, it was fun. So it seemed like he had a lot of fun along the
And
way. Ah,
he finds friends and
Okay.
he play with them.
that looks very fun.
And then he went home playing basketball. But
Okay.
then he saw monsters.
Oh.
And then he was so afraid. He saw glowing animals. He saw the bear who's green. He pet it. And then he saw 1,000 birds.
1,000 birds. That's a lot of birds.
Uh-huh.
Amazing.
And
So
then
what else?
he went to a hill. And then,
That's a hill?
yeah, and then he was
What
pulling
are
the
those?
hill.
Oh, he was pulling the hill. Can you pull a hill?
No, it's too hot.
Oh.
It'll make me sweat.
Okay. Wow, this boy, huh?
And then he was going.
Still going.
Yeah.
Wow,
And then
okay.
that's the end.
That's the end. So the book was fun. Was there anything you didn't like about the book? What didn't you like?
When the peoples are waiting.
When the people were waiting, you didn't like that. Why?
Because they always like to wait.
Okay.
I
And you
don't
don't
like
like
to
waiting? Okay.
But I like the music that they do.
When he saw the musicians, okay. Yeah. Okay, good.
And I
So,
Hello, my name is Falamin and I'm here to explain and talk about the things I like in the book The Sheep Pig. The Sheep Pig is a book about a pig that's an orphan pig that was taken in by a farmer and his wife. The protagonist and my favorite character in this book was Babe the Sheep Pig. Mainly because he tried his best in everything he did and obeyed every instruction that Fly the sheepdog gave him. And he was very positive and kind. The character I don't like in this book was the farmer's wife, because she tried to kill Babe because Babe was fat and because she didn't see the talent in Babe. But she soon saw that. And I like this book because because I like this character Babe because he's very brave and kind, positive and polite. And I learned that even when you are doing something in your life, you have to try your best, even if it's a challenging. And you have to be positive and polite to everybody you come across. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Richard. The name of the book is All the Places You Will Go by Dr. Seuss. The book is about a boy on an adventure. While he was going, he met an alligator. The alligator told him to be brave. And when he came and he met some elephants. The elephant told him anything that happened, let him don't worry. Stay still and start moving. And he came to a place where air balloons are. He was flying in an air balloon. Suddenly, he was in front. He was leading his friends. So now he got stuck on a tree, and his friends were still moving.
Hello everybody, my name is Hassan Mara. I'm 9 years old and I attend New Islington Free School. I currently live in Manchester. Today I'm going to be reviewing a book called The Sheep Pig. It's about a pig who was won by a man called Farmer Hoggett. So he basically, how he won the pig, he went to the fair and he bought a ticket to have a go at guessing the weight of the pig. But for everybody else, when everybody else picked the pig up to try and guess the weight, the pig squealed. But with Farmer Hoggett, he knew that Farmer Hoggett wouldn't harm him or hurt him, so he didn't squeal and let him concentrate and try and figure out the weight, how much he weighed. And eventually Farmer Hoggett won, so he went home with Farmer Hoggett, and there was a sheepdog called Fly also there helping Farmer Hoggett with the sheep. So Fly, the sheepdog, started helping Babe become a sheep pig, and he wasn't really an ordinary pig. He was very active and he behaved like a trained sheep pig, and he did whatever Farmer Hoggett asked him to do. If Farmer Hoggett and his wife and Fly and Babe lived next door, I would want to be their friends because Babe is very polite, and I think Fly would help me with a lot of things. And Farmer Hoggett seems quite friendly, he's quite selfless, and so is his wife, Mrs. Hoggett. And my favourite character was one of the main sheep in the story, who was called Ma. She was very friendly and kind, especially to Babe because Babe was kind to her. So that's why she's my favourite character. One of the characters that reminds me of someone who I know is Fly. She reminds me of my mum for two reasons. One, because they're both mums, and two, because they both have sons. And I haven't ever read any book like this, so it makes it very interesting for me. And if I was the writer, one thing I would change is the part where Ma dies, because I think she would have been very proud of Babe at the dog trials, because he did very well, and she was quite kind to him, so they would have celebrated really happily. And thank you for watching, and I recommend this book to you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Olarochimi Walter-Smith. I am 9 years old. I'm attending Matuli International School. I am in year 5 grade. What I learned from the remaining chapters, which are left for me, which are chapter 18 to chapter 27, that for my August is going to think that Baby killed Ma, but later I realized that it wasn't Baby, but rather the two bad dogs. Because the police are going to call him on his telephone and tell him that two bad men and two bad dogs have been going around in villages killing sheep. And after that, they're going to live happily as a family. Then Farmer August is going to think that since Baby has been a good sheep pig, I should take Baby to a sheep trails in England. And he took Baby to a sheep trails competition in England, and Baby won the competition. And now for my likes. Firstly, I liked when Baby was polite to Ma when Ma was ill. Secondly, I like when Farmer August stood up to Mrs. August when she wanted to kill Baby as a Christmas dinner. Thirdly, I liked when baby stood up to the two bad men and the two bad dogs when they wanted to kill the sheep. And finally, I liked when Farmer August knew that baby didn't kill Ma, but rather the two bad dogs, and he took baby to the sheep chase competition in England, and baby won the competition. And now for my dislike. I disliked when Farmer August thought that baby killed Ma, and I also disliked when Fly was being aggressive to baby. And thirdly, I disliked when baby was sad. And finally, I disliked when baby was crying at the starting of the story. Thank you everyone for listening to my presentation.
Hi, my name is Joshua. I'm here to give you a preview of the story Things Fall Apart, written by Chinua Achebe. This story was based in Nigeria in a town called Umofia. This story was centered around a man called Okonkwo. Okonkwo was a very brave man who had brought fame to his village by throwing amalins at the cat. He was well known throughout the 9 villages for his personal achievements. Growing up, Okonkwo saw his father as a very weak man. Okonkwo had that fear and grew with it. Okonkwo at a very tender age started to prepare for the future. Okonkwo had many wives and children. He had to take care of a boy from another town called Ikemefunia. Ikemefunia was taken from his mother and his 3-year-old sister to live with Okonkwo. He lived in Okonkwo's household for 3 years. Okonkwo had many children, but he had his favorite one. His favorite one was Izima, her daughter. Izima had become very ill, and Okonkwo was very worried. This story had taught us not to be afraid of being weak, and also not to be weak. Weakness can bring strength, and that happened for Okonkwo. Being weak helped him to be brave. Thank you very much for this nice book. Thank you, and I hope to finish it.
Start. Hello, my name is Nana. I am 10 years old. I go to AIS, also known as IU International School. Well, the story The Sheepdog is about a pig named Babe, that lives on a farm with his boss, Mr. Huggins, and his wife, Mrs. Huggins, and his sheepdog mom, Fly. All the animals like him on the farm because he is nice, polite, and speaks to them very nicely. Mrs. Huggins, the wife of Mr. Huggins, wants to cook Babe for a Christmas dinner, but she ends up changing her mind when Babe saves the sheep from 2 men who try stealing all the sheep. Well, after that, Mr. Huggins allows Babe to watch Fly, the name of the sheepdog, herd the sheep into their pens. One day, while Mr. Huggins was away, two dogs came and attacked the sheep. Babe saved them, but one of the dogs ended up killing one of Babe's sheep's friends named Ma. And when Mr. Huggins returns, he was very mad and he thought that Babe killed Ma.
My name is Eden Ale Benjamin. I am 9 years old. I attend the International School Limited Primary and I'm in class 5. The title of the story is The Sheep Pig. The story is about a young pig who was working well with the sheep, gathering up in their pens. What I liked about the story is that Babe was hardworking and
Babe was hardworking and believed in his dreams. What I do not like is that when the dogs were taunting him because he don't know what we are sheep, but everybody is not as smart as the dogs were. What I learned from this book was that I should always be kind, hardworking, and believe in my dreams.